Turn our attention to this now. The South African Weather Service, they've warned of extreme cold front expected to hit parts of the country at the weekend. The system is expected to bring heavy rain, strong winds, bitterly cold temperatures and snowfall over parts of the Western, Northern and Eastern Cape. Authorities are urging residents to prepare for hazardous travel conditions and possible disruption over the long weekend. Siphesihle Kunene, who's a lead meteorologist at the Africa Weather, joins us now. Give us a sense, firstly, then, what are the main weather systems influencing conditions across the country at the moment?
Well, good day and good day to everyone at home. The main weather system that currently we're having or that is approaching firstly is a cold front, but it will transform or mature into a cutoff low. And that is the one that is bringing all these severe weather conditions you just mentioned.
Right. So let's speak about the areas that are hardest hit. Which parts of the country should prepare for significant weather over the weekend?
Well, this is similar to what we had in 2024 when Van Rynen's pass. I believe those are the images that you have there on screen. It is mainly the Eastern Cape. In terms of snowfall, I'll start with snowfall because that's the most topical one.
Yeah.
In terms of snowfall, it's the Eastern Cape, it's Eastern Free State, Southern Free State. It is most of Western KwaZulu-Natal. It is Mpumalanga, and last but not least, parts of Gauteng province.
Yeah.
So that is in terms of snowfall. But when it comes to rainfall, most of Mpumalanga, KwaZulu-Natal, and Eastern Cape, that is where most of the rainfall is expected. Whereas the winds that you mentioned, the damaging winds, you can say that most of the country can expect damaging winds of varying speeds. And of course, the extremely cold temperatures, no one is spared from the extreme cold.
No one is spared. Maybe let's crystallize that point a bit more. Are there any severe weather warnings in places that residents should be aware of at this point?
So at this point, it's not a weather warning because weather warnings are within 24 to 48 hours.
Right.
Instead, we have a media release, which is for cases such as these, because most of the severe weather is expected on Monday. And this is the point to highlight, and especially that's when most people will be returning from the holiday seasons. That's when you can expect most of the severe weather on Monday. And like I said, it's mostly the eastern parts of the country that can expect to be impacted by this severe weather.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily warnings, but it's media release, yes.
Oh, I see. I see. So beyond the short-term forecast then, what is the latest climate then, or the outlook really? What does it tell us about the remainder of winter? One would assume that, during this time it would get slightly warmer.
Well, yes, people have gotten accustomed to that. Winters are shorter, but luckily this year we had this late winter system, or actually it's an all-year-round system, a cut-off low that we're having, so it extended winter a little bit. However, for the rest of winter, and in terms of the seasonal forecast, you can expect things to go back to normal. This year has been a hot year,
Yeah.
and it will continue to do so according to the latest forecast. So it's in the short term, very cold, wet weather, whereas in the long term, you can expect things to go back to hot and very dry, especially with the El Nino that I'm sure people are aware of, especially the farmers.
Siphesihle, let me stretch your area of expertise just slightly. More generally, what advice would you give to, say, motorists, farmers, or even vulnerable communities as the conditions continue to develop this long weekend?
Well, I can say that during the weekend for Saturday and Sunday, there isn't much. The only thing is the wind in the Western Cape, and the rainfall is starting on Sunday over the Eastern Cape and Western Cape. Parts of KwaZulu-Natal will only receive their rainfall on Monday morning. So the worst is really on Monday morning. That is the most important point to emphasize. So for the weekend, it's mostly to prepare, especially farmers. They know that when very cold temperatures such as these impact or move through their regions, especially the Eastern Cape, the Western Cape, they know what they need to do. They need to prepare for the cold spell that is coming in. And last but not least, This one might not be a short-lived weather system. We are expecting, as some models are suggesting, that it does extend into Wednesday and Thursday. So it is somewhat of a longer cold spell. Yes, it is late in the winter period, as it is unusual, or it is something that we've grown accustomed to shorter summers. So do prepare for this really cold spell that we're going to face, and it will most likely mature or be most intense on Monday and going into Tuesday.
Siphesihle, let me thank you for your time. That's Siphesihle Kunene. He's a weather forecaster, a meteorologist as well. That's the latest weather outlook. As always, we continue monitoring the conditions and keep you updated should any severe alerts be issued.